Hello and welcome to the ShrubSMP. This is Season 7, Episode 11. Now, we are back here in our starter area where we said we're going to be making tremendous progress today. And because there's so much work to do, I've already started to lay out. We finished the flooring extensions. We've started to outline with some dirt, some walls, and where rooms might be underneath this lower area. We'll get to the upper area shortly. We have a lot of work to do, so what I plan to do is have several time lapses today because of the volume of work that has to be done in the short amount of video time. And one of the first things we're going to do is kind of duplicate that little platform, the copper wheels and the door from that side down on the other side. So that'll be our first time lapse, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But right here in the storage area is where we are going to start, and right above is the cactus farm. So now as I've been trying to figure out exactly how tall these lower level walls are going to be, I didn't want to go as high as they are now. I think we're going to bring them down one block, which means we have to bring this up one block. So let's go up to the surface, check this out, and see how we can fit it and still squeeze it underneath the wheat farm that's above there. Alright, so over here at the cactus farm, we can see behind me that while it'll be cool if we can move it up 2 blocks, we can only move it 1 block. This block here is actually holding in the water on the wheat farm ahead. So we have a block, we have our mangrove roots that are going to solve that problem for us, and we'll do that first by replacing the space with the mangrove roots that you can actually waterlog and help maintain the hydrated farmland. So that means that we'll be able to move these fence gates up 1 and then everything else up 1, and that's the most we can do unless we change everything or completely remove this altogether. So let's hop on up there and replace that. So yeah, right here we just clear it out, we take out this block, we see that the water's in there. Now I think if I put the water... Okay, the water just stays there. So if it actually blocked the water, I could have just put a bucket on top of it, but it kind of absorbed it, if you will. And now that water's just in that block. So if I go back underneath and take out this block, it should not leak. See, look at that. It'll just stay there in that, and then it's still hydrating the farmland, clearing up this block above to be able to utilize. So what we're going to do is we'll just continue to tear this down and move everything down, and then check back in once I have that done. I guess really the first thing we got to do, we have so much cactus in here. What? Oh, wait a minute. Seeds of Wonder. What in the heck is happening here? Oh, sorry, I'm a little distracted. Look back in. There is the Seeds of Wonder. How long has these things been in here? Again, my cactus farm really just kind of tells how long it grows, you know, because we're so close to spawn, and there's a lot of cactus in there, as a matter of fact. But there's also another organic suspicious named item called the Seeds of Wonder. Let's take them out of there because we're gonna have to break this. Well, because they're named, they won't get mixed with the other seeds that I just got from the farm. But alright, well, it looks like this beginning of this episode is gonna take another little bit of a turn because, well, there hasn't been a new crop placement, but you know, we did see that they were in other barrels, and it turns out they've been sitting in this barrel. I wonder how long they've been there. I don't know. Well, I'm going to finish this project first, and then we'll get to thinking about what the Seeds of Wonder might be compared to all the other little things that we have. And I think we're going to have to try to get to the bottom of this today. Like at the end of last episode, we did get some information in a book about what might be happening, or at least who might be responsible. But I haven't quite exactly figured it out yet, although I have a sneaky suspicion that nearby there might be the final chapter to this saga. So let's get this thing moved, and then we'll turn our attention to that. Alright, so now we got that chore done. You can see behind me that the ceiling is kind of polished off. We've been able to raise that cactus farm up, and now that storage area is ready to go. Now, what I've kind of done down here is I have, well, I was kind of fitting because I was planning on making this a room, as we can see by the outline. So I've kind of set up a temporary little cork board here with all of the mysterious placements that we've received so far, including today's Seeds of Wonder. So we have that tater tot of wisdom, the potato of truth, the wheat of deceit, the bread of dread, and the Seeds of Wonder. And it's time to venture to the top. So that's the last one that I was really considering. I found that last time before the seeds, but I kind of think it was probably the last one. And it was telling me that I have a complete collection and I have to kind of go to the top of somewhere. And then it struck me. Maybe it really is the top of this mountain. There's that strange beacon up there, and I have not really been to the top of the mountain since. So let's go check out and see if we can figure out if something's up there waiting for us. All right, I've been climbing up the hillside here. We're almost to the top. We can see that suspicious structure. Not suspicious, I guess it's been here a long time. But the structure's up here. There is a sign that just says the build's cool. I think this is for my neighbors, actually. This has been here a long time. So that's there. My base is over here. And the place... Wait, aha! Okay, all right, I was about to say the opening, the open area underground is right below us, basically, is what I'm trying to spit out there. But this is new, and this looks a lot like that crumpled ground that we found the bread in. There's a hole over here. Oh, there's definitely something inside. There's a sign there. There's a lever. There's some other... I'm afraid to go down there. It looks like it's safe to land, but I don't really see a way up. I think what we'll do... do I go in now, or do I go get the items and come back over here? I don't know what to do. We'll do that. Let's go grab the items, because I see some item frames kind of right there, right through that hole underneath my hand. Let's grab the items and then come on over here. We'll have some scaffolding so that if we don't have a ladder, we can always scaffold our way back up this opening. But yeah, there's definitely going... I'm very curious. Okay, all right. Let's just hop on down, grab our stuff, and then see what this is all about. All right, I have my scaffolding, I have my items in my inventory. I'm back up here at the top of the hill, and all that's left to do is to hop into the spooky room below and see what this sign says on top of anything else that might be down there. And, oh my, okay. Okay, I think I know what's going on here. We see there are signs with the names of all the different produce, and there's item signs waiting for them to be received. The sign up front says to place the produce to produce the prophecy. Okay, that's quite the alliteration there. So, okay, so what I have to do is place the crops in their corresponding signs and pull the lever. I'm sure that's exactly what we need to do. So, let's see. The truth is the potato of truth. Next, gonna go here. Wisdom is what? Oh, the tater tot of wisdom. Okay, here we go. Put the wisdom there. And over on this side, the bread of dread. I know that's the bread of dread. The wheat of deceit, the seeds of wonder. So we got the bread of dread, the wheat of deceit, and the seeds of wonder. All right, now they're all in place. I'm sure that means there's some magical power that's happening, and all we need to do is flick this lever. Did you see that? A door open. Okay, all right. Okay, that's kind of fun. That's very fun, as a matter of fact. And there's a barrel there. That must mean... Oh, bang my head on that. I was so excited. That must mean there's something inside. So let's open it. Oh, a new message. Okay. It's a book that says a restatement of the beginning. All right, we'll take that and put it in our hotbar. Protect this with my life. I can't handle that kind of responsibility. All right, hold on. Let's see what this says. It says to protect it with my life. All right, well, first I got to get it into my inventory, so we definitely have that. Now I got to get out of here. It's nighttime. There's a creeper's going to be outside, and the creeper's going to fall in, and it's going to destroy everything, and I will be muy sad. So let's get up there and get out of here. We'll go down into the base, take a quick nap. No creepers around. Okay, we'll leave the scaffolding so we can get in and out of there. We're retreating because it's night. We don't want the monsters to get us. Take a quick nap, and then we'll regroup here. Alright, now that we don't have to worry about any monsters getting us, I think what we're going to do real quick is we're going to go ahead and read this book, or at least I'm going to read the book, because this has just gotten to be such a mystery. I want to see if there's any sensitive information in here. Anything that needs to remain a secret for a little bit longer, or that may put my very existence in jeopardy, because as we see with the warning, it says I'm supposed to protect this with my life, and my, that was certainly... can be sinister. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this book right now and come back with you and tell you whether or not we're going to share it now or decide what to do with it in terms of how this story unfolds. All right, well, That was certainly some unexpected deep lore that we received inside this book, and as you can see, I did censor out the beginning of the story. We're going to leave it as a mystery, because what I think I want to do is I really did enjoy the story, and I actually want to weave it into part of my experience here on the ShrubSMP. And to do that, we're not going to do it here at the starter area. We're going to go ahead and make this part of the story over at the Dark Castle location as soon as we wrap this thing up, and then head over there to really do the mega build, because I think it'll really fit in that area. In the meantime, we're going to have to protect this thing with my life, so I'm going to have to go ahead and take one more little secret break so that I can hide this and everything else in a spot where nobody can find it, and then we'll bring it back at the proper time when we head over to the Dark Castle for that part of our adventure. Okay, so we got pretty much all that done, and all we need to do now is kind of put the last little details. We have the lanterns kind of out here to keep things lit up, and we have this dirt outline where we just got to slap the trapdoors on all of these spaces to simulate the drawbridge door, and then from there, I know what the next thing I want to do is. I want to be able to connect the door. Fell down. I want to be able to connect the downstairs to the upstairs. So like this underground area to the above ground area with that building above. And to do that, it so happens that this hallway right down there where my materials were just a moment ago is directly below kind of the corner of that area. And what I think we're going to do next and now is to right around the midpoint, somewhere between this bed and that room over here in this hallway, I think right about here is where we're going to be able to build a staircase. So I think we're going to have to go back above and go below, measure some things out, and kind of put a hole in there and then see where we can go with making a staircase. Still lots to do and running out of time, so we're going to head up there real quick and check it out. Alright, so I'm up here in the building, and I was measuring out exactly where to start digging down to meet the floor below for the ceiling. You basically make that stairwell, and you can see over there in the corner I have that dirt pillar, and I was looking to measure it out. That's exactly where the corner is, but sort of. And then I realized I had made a mistake. Now, this is a common mistake that many Minecrafters make. It's similar to computer programmers, called the off by one. If you're off by one in a build and you don't kind of realize it until much later, it'll catch up with you, and it has caught up with me. So if it hasn't, it's very subtle, you can't see it in the background, but as I was placing this dirt pillar, I kind of noticed these planks overhang and these ones don't. And then when I looked at the other ones, they all overhang, all three sides except this side, which means I made this side absolutely wrong. It's actually meant to overhang so that on the opposite side you can see the indentation of that wood. But anyway, that's just something we could fix, but it is a common Minecraft problem when you're off by one block and you don't realize it. But what's great about Minecraft, you can go ahead and destroy it and put it back together and make it look so it never happened. Well, in the meantime, though, we're going to go ahead and bring some of this stuff down to ground level and start to dig out the hole for the stairway that's going to connect these two levels. But, like I said, while I was up here just getting started on that, I realized something didn't look quite right. And once I figured it out, I figured I may as well be a fun moment to share that, you know, any Minecrafter is a victim of the off by one many times in their builds. Sometimes you just live with it, sometimes you can go ahead and fix it, but for this one, I want to go ahead and fix that one. So we'll get to that eventually, but for now, we'll just keep working on this stairwell and get these two levels connected. Alright, well, we have made a little bit of progress down here, and we are kind of running short on time. So what I plan to do is to kind of show what we've done so far. You can see here, we did kind of decorate this hallway, just some simple furniture, and we have one of the new paintings there at the end. So we'll be able to have all of the new paintings, and actually, at some point or another, we will have every single painting within this starter area, but that just kind of finished off this little area next to the storage system. Still haven't kind of built up this room to where we will leave the cork board. So since that became part of the story, the cork board will stay there, and we'll kind of make this into some type of little investigation office. The stairs, we made a basic stairway to connect the upstairs, which we can see leads us up to the second level, which we haven't done much else with. I couldn't figure out the flooring here, so we're going to have to make like kind of a maintenance room for the redstone of the bee farm and the sheep farm here, and we'll just put a concrete, I think just a white concrete wall. A lot of these second floor walls will be, all the rooms up here will be white concrete walls. But I think to kind of finish off this episode, we're going to do a couple quick little things in the form of time lapses. One of which, and the first of which, being to go ahead and put this thing into 2 levels. So we're going to split, as you can see right there, we have half slabs. We're going to go ahead and throw half slabs all around here, and we're going to do that right now. But yeah, between the banners and all the new paintings and some of the music discs we've been collecting back at the other area, we'll spread all those things out as we finish off this starter area in the next episode. I know we didn't quite get to finish it all off as I expected today. Got a little distracted with the ongoing storyline, but it was kind of neat and fun to resolve that the way it did, and we'll pick up on it again when we get into the Dark Castle build for some of that continuing lore and the story behind what was in that book. But I think that's about all the time we have for now. I want to thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next episode.